Alright, y'all, let's talk about what really went down in court. So, DDG actually showed up in person, and he even brought his mom with him for backup. Meanwhile, Halle didn't come in person. She logged in online while her lawyer handled things face to face. Now, here's where it gets messy. Halle's team is saying that DDG staged paparazzi shots during the ice cream trip in Italy with baby Halo. Basically, she's accusing him of setting up those pictures to make himself look good. On top of that, Halle wants Halo completely off social media. She says DDG's fanbase is too intense and that it leads to her getting harassed online. But DDG's lawyer wasn't having it. They told the court, look, DDG can't control who takes pictures when he's out in public. He's famous. Cameras are gonna be there. And honestly, that's kind of true. You can't really stop paparazzi from doing their thing. Already, you can see where this is going. Halle is fighting to keep things super private and protective, while DDG is fighting for more time with his son. It's like two completely different worlds clashing, and the judge has to figure out what's actually best for Halo in the middle of all of this. After Halle's team laid everything out, DDG's lawyer came through with their own plan. They basically said, look, DDG just wants to be a dad. He's not trying to be messy, he just wants time with his son. The schedule they're asking for? Weekends and some midweek visits, specifically every Saturday, alternating Sundays from 9 to 6, plus Wednesdays in the middle of the week. They even said they're open to having those visits monitored, just to prove that nothing shady is going on and nobody's sneaking pictures of Halo. The judge agreed that having a monitor during visits might actually help keep the peace, but then the plot twist came. The judge also ordered that neither parent can post Halo on social media anymore, so Halle can't post him either. Now, here's the thing. Halle already had primary custody, so she doesn't have to worry about being monitored when she's with Halo. Meanwhile, DDG is sitting here waiting for these visits to even start. You can just feel how frustrated he must be, because every week that goes by, he's missing moments with his kid that he can't get back. Here's where the judge really had to step in and lay down the rules. First off, the judge made it crystal clear both parents are officially banned from posting Halo on social media. No TikToks, no Instagram stories, nothing. And honestly, that's huge because Halle had been posting him here and there before, but now that door is shut for both of them. The judge also emphasized that whenever DDG does get visits, there needs to be some kind of monitoring in place. Not because he's a bad dad, but just to make sure there's no drama with paparazzi, photos, or outside noise. It's all about protecting Halo from becoming part of the circus. Here's the kicker. The next court date isn't until October 15th. That means months are going to go by before anything really changes. And if you're a parent, you know how fast kids grow. Missing out on those weeks, even months, can feel like missing a whole chapter of your child's life. So while Halle's team is leaning heavy on the social media harassment angle, DDG's team is really pushing for something simple: normal visitation rights. And in the meantime, DDG is left waiting on the sidelines, watching time with his son slip away. Let's be real for a second. You can hear all of the legal talk, but at the end of the day, this is about a dad and his son. And right now, DDG is missing out on some pretty major moments in Halo's life. Kids grow up quick. 1 month they're learning new words, the next they're doing something totally different. And if you're not there, you're missing it. That's what makes this whole situation hit so hard. Every extra week that drags on, that's more time DDG doesn't get back. And from the outside looking in, you can see how frustrating it must feel. He's asking for something pretty standard. Weekends, some midweek visits, nothing extreme. But the process is so slow, and in the meantime, Halle has full custody still. One of those sad situations where both parents clearly love their child, but the tension between them is blocking what could simply be co-parenting. The court is trying to balance privacy, paparazzi, and social media drama. while DDG is probably just sitting there like, I just want to be with my kid. Honestly, that's why so many people feel for him right now, because no matter where you stand on Team Halle or Team DDG, everybody can agree time with your child is priceless, and once it's gone, you can't buy it back. So while all this heavy courtroom drama is playing out with Halle and DDG, another video had the internet buzzing. This time from Laina and her daughter Ocean. She posted a super cute get ready with me moment for Ocean's very first day of pre-K. It was supposed to be lighthearted, hair, outfit, all that first day of school excitement. But then Ocean dropped a line that stopped everyone in their tracks. In the middle of getting ready, she said she wanted to go to school with her brother Kaiser because, in her words, I'm black like him. It was innocent and sweet in the way only a little kid can say it, but the internet took that clip and ran with it. People were in the comments like, oh, poor baby, she just wants to be around kids who look like her, and others saying Laina didn't catch the deeper meaning behind what her daughter was really expressing. It turned from a cute milestone video into a viral conversation about race, identity, and what's it like for a black kid growing up abroad. And you could tell it touched a nerve because the comment section lit up instantly with people debating what Ocean was really trying to say. People were emotional, saying things like, she's black like Kaiser, poor baby, and Laina, honey, she's telling you she wants to be around kids who look like her. Some felt Ocean was opening up in her own way, and instead of leaning into that, Laina kind of laughed it off on camera. A lot of folks felt like Laina missed the deeper meaning. They argued that Ocean might be craving a sense of community, a school environment where she doesn't feel like the odd one out. And honestly, you could see why people connected with that. Representation matters, especially for little kids still figuring out who they are. Others were more critical of the whole situation, saying living abroad might be exposing Ocean to challenges that Laina isn't acknowledging enough. In their eyes, Laina should have taken that comment as a sign that her daughter needed reassurance, not just brushed past it. At the same time, there were also people defending her, saying every child says random things and it doesn't always mean something deeper. But regardless of which side you're on, the video sparked a bigger conversation about black kids being raised overseas and whether parents are doing enough to protect their identity and self-esteem. You already know Laina didn't stay quiet after the clip went viral. She hopped online to clear the air and explain what she felt Ocean really meant. According to her, Ocean wasn't talking about being different or excluded. She was simply saying she wanted to go to school with her brother because they share the same skin color, and in her little mind, that connection meant they should be together. She pushed back on the idea that her daughter was struggling with identity or facing bullying, saying people were reading too much into a 3-year-old's words. Laina also reminded everyone that her kids are enrolled in an international school in Thailand, surrounded by classmates from all over the world. Russia, France, Malaysia, America, you name it. From her perspective, Ocean isn't isolated. She's exposed to tons of different cultures and backgrounds every single day. Laina didn't stop there. She explained that she's always teaching Ocean affirmations, to love her curly hair, her skin, and everything that makes her unique. To her, raising kids abroad builds character and confidence. She wants Ocean and her siblings to grow up knowing the world is wide open, that they're not limited to one box or one place. In his eyes, the backlash was small-minded. She truly believes that this global experience is going to shape her kids into strong, confident people who can adapt anywhere, and that's what she wants most for them. This whole situation shows just how complicated family and parenting can get under the spotlight. Halle and DDG are still battling it out in court, both fighting for what they believe protects Halo. Meanwhile, Laina's viral moment with Ocean turned into a bigger conversation about identity, parenting abroad, and raising confident kids in a world that isn't always kind. At the end of the day, whether it's custody hearings or viral videos, these kids are the ones caught in the middle. And that's what makes all of this so emotional to watch play out. This is the Gossip Drop. Thanks so much for watching, and trust me, I'll be right here to spill the tea when the next piece of gossip drops.